All right, guys. So today I'm going to talk about the distributive and the area models, and I'm going to show you the two side by side. So our word problem says Caitlin's sticker book consisted of 25 pages. If each page can hold 31 stickers, how many stickers can her book hold? So we've got 25 pages, and each page can hold 31 stickers. So I know that my answer is going to be higher than 25 and 31. So since it's going to be higher, I know I'm either going to add or I'm going to multiply. So it doesn't make sense to add them together. So I know that I'm going to have groups of, and when I talk about groups, I know it's multiplying, right? So I know that each page is going to hold 31 stickers. So I'm going to have 25 groups of 31. So I'm going to write that down as 25 groups of 31. So that looks pretty scary. However, it's not when it comes to the area model. So remember, I'm going to take this 25 and I'm going to expand it. So I'm going to have 20 and 5. I'm going to take this 31 and I'm going to expand it 30 and 1. Okay. Then I'm going to get my partial products by multiplying 30 times 20. I'm going to ignore my zeros for right now, my place movers, and I'm going to see 3 times 2 is 6. I have one place mover and 2 place movers. So I'm going to have 600, right? Because 3 times 2 is 6. Here's my one place mover and my next place mover. All right, so then I'm going to come over here, and I know that like I'm playing Battleship or on a grid, I'm going to know that this is 30 times 5. Again, I'm going to hide my place mover, and I see 3 times 5. Oh, that's easy. 3 times 5 is 15. Then I have my place mover of a 0, so it goes from 15 to 150. For this one, I know I'm going to go 1 times 20. Again, hide my, or I don't even have to because it's the identity property. Anything times 1 is anything, right? It's the identity property, like looking in a mirror. So I know that this is going to be 20. But if I wanted to, I could hide this. I would know 1 times 2 is 2, and then have that one place mover. And over here, I'm going to come right to the side. I'm going to know it's 1 times 5. And again, thanks to the identity property of 1, 1 times 5 is 5. And now I'm going to take all my partial products, and I'm going to add up my products here. So I'm going to take my 600, my 150, my 20, and my 5. I'm going to add these together. This is going to be 5. 5 plus 2, 7. And 6 plus 1 is 7. So I know that 25 times 31 is 775. So my distributive strategy, let's not forget, again, I'm also going to expand. So I'm going to expand my 25 to 20 plus 5 times 30 plus 1. So here's my 25, 20 plus 5 times 30 plus 1. Okay, does that look familiar like the area model? Look at this. Here's the top, here's the side. All right, so don't forget, distributive, we have the word distribute, right? So I'm going to take these and I'm going to distribute these, right? So I'm going to take this 30 and I'm going to distribute it. So it's going to be 30 times 20, boom. I still have this 5, so I've got to distribute this one. I've got to take this 30 times 5, boom. Now I've already distributed this 30 to both of them. So now I'm going to go on to the next number. I've got a 1. So now I'm going to distribute this 1 times 20, boom. And now I'm going to take this 1 again because I can't leave this 5 hanging. 1 times 5, boom. So I've already distributed both of these, right? So I've got 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 4 sets. So I know if they're all evenly distributed. Okay, so now I have to figure out what is in each parentheses. So I've got 30 times 20. Again, I can ignore these zeros for right now, and I know that 3 times 2 is 6. I'm going to take that 6, and then I'm going to move it 1 place, 2 places. That's going to leave me with 600. Then I've got this 30 I know that 3 times 5 is 15. We've got one place mover of a 0, so it's going to be 150. The identity property of 1, which is going to give me 20, and 1 times 5 is 5. So now I'm just going to add all of these up because I've got to remember to bring down my plus signs. Once I add up my numbers, or my products, then I'm going to get 775, which is the same thing. So 25 times 31 is 775. So let's try this one more time. So we've got 16 times 17. With the area model, I'm going to take the 16 and I'm going to expand it. So I'm going to have my 10 and my 6. Then I'm going to take my 17 and put it on the side. So I'm going to have 10 and 7. Now I'm going to find my partial products by multiplying. So I'm going to go 10 times 10. There's my 1 times 1 is going to be 1. We've got 1 place mover and 2 place movers. So 1 place mover, 2 place movers. I'm going to take my 10, multiply it times 6. I have 1 times 6 is 6 with 1 place mover. So there's my 6 and my 1 place mover. Down here, I'm going to take my 7 times 10. 7 times 1 is 7 with 1 place mover. That's going to be a 7, 0. Here's my 7 with 1 place mover. And I'm going to take my 7 times 6. I know that 7 times 6 is 42. So now I'm going to add up my products, my partial products. We've got 100 plus 60 plus 70 plus 42 is equal to 272. So now I'm going to use my distributive strategy, which is pretty similar. So I'm going to take my 16, I'm going to expand it. So I'm going to have 10 plus 6 times 10 plus 7. I've got my 10 plus 6 times my 10 plus 7, right? 16 times 17, 16 times 17. Okay, so now this is where I'm going to distribute. I'm going to take my 10 times 10. Boom. I have another 6, so I have to make sure I distribute this 10 times 6. Okay. Now I'm going to distribute. I've already distributed this one to both of them, and now I've got to distribute this one evenly. So I'm going to take this 7 and multiply it times 10. Here's my 7 times 10 plus, I've got to take this 7 times 6. There you go. I've got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4 sets. Good. They're all evenly distributed. Now I've just got to find the products of each set. So 10 times 10, I know 1 times 1 is 1, 1 place mover, 2 place mover, 1 place mover, 2 place mover. Bring down my plus. I'm going to do 10 times 6. I know that 1 times 6 is 6. With 1 place mover is going to be a 6, 0. Bring down my plus sign. I know it's 7 times 1 is 7. With 1 place mover is going to be a 70. Bring down my plus sign. And 7 times 6 is 42. All right, so now I just have to add these together. Once I add them together, that gives me 272. So 16 times 17 is 272.